Howdy! That's how you do it, Bryan College Station. If any of you LSU fans say howdy, you just participated in your first Texas A&M tradition, and now that you know it, it'll probably be the last. I'd like to say a few words on behalf of the Moore family. I want to, first of all, thank Gary and Annie, our hosts. As well as Rose and Daryl Selman. The Yayas, the Yo-Yos. All the friends and family that helped us put this thing together. I thought that I was going to be on vacation, but they chose to use Sarah and I as workers, so I haven't really got to do much a little slavecation. I wanted to say something for my father. I remember Ashley was asking or requesting. One of the only requests that I remember her saying is, I want everybody to know who my father was. Now, she gave a lot of requests, many of you know, but that was the one that stuck out to me. The reason Todd and Ashley got married back over here in the boonies, as Ashley says, my father was, his ashes are spread in this pond. And Gary and Annie built that area and called that Bubba's spot. There's some wind chimes there and a seat. My dad used to love wind chimes, and anytime we hear that ringing, we think about my dad. Now, I'm not sure if it's a kiss or a hug or a laugh, but anytime it rings, yeah, there you go. But what that means is that Gary and Annie can never sell this place, not necessarily for our sake, but Dad's been known to scare the hell out of a few people. Just ask Larry Petrosky. If you can imagine sitting out there taking in the scenery, there's not a cloud in the sky, the pond is perfectly smooth, and there's zero wind. And Larry's out there probably with the Coors Light or something like that, and all of a sudden the chimes start singing. He said, oh, there must be a wind gust coming through. He looks up, and there's no wind. So when you're with a group of people, it's sweet and sentimental. But when you're by yourself, you might find yourself backing up just to go get back in the house. One of the things that was very meaningful to us was when Dad passed away. Shortly after he passed away, my uncle wrote an article for the TV Facts, and one of the things that he said that stuck out was that if riches were measured in friends, that Dad died the richest man in the world. That is true, because I still cannot go anywhere in Bryan College Station, and sometimes Houston, and sometimes Philadelphia, without hearing a Bubba story. So, as you guys hang around here, you can let the drinks flow. Just ask a few of Bubba's friends some of those stories, and he'll fill you in. Now, when it comes to Ashley and Dad's relationship, everyone knows Ashley was his favorite. She was the apple of his eye. She could do no wrong. Literally. One of her favorite things to do was to egg me on as much as possible until I'd get pissed and we'd start a fight. And guess who would get in trouble? Yeah, me. And Ashley was behind Dad or Mom, whoever's doing the spanking, and she'd be doing this. And as soon as Mom or Dad turned around, she'd be back in sad face mode. Exactly. So she was very good at that. Dad was extremely proud of his baby girl because she was a superstar softball player. Now, in his opinion, she was the best player on the team. Now, Amy and Lindsay were pretty damn good. But in his opinion, that's all that mattered. She was the best. Coach needed to get her off the bench. That's fine. Ashley always did very well in school. She made excellent grades, and there was many times that I heard, "Why can't you just be more like your sister? Quit getting in so much goddamn trouble." In my younger years, that was a full-time job, and if you know me, I didn't do very well at staying out of trouble. Some of the things that I admire about Ashley is she has a huge heart. She is extremely caring and very loyal. She's also a little feisty, just like her mama. Now, a great story that would encompass all of these attributes was one time Ashley was in middle school, and one of the bigger girls in class was picking on some of her friends. So when the bell let out, Ashley walked up next to the girl in the hallway and cold cocked her right in the face. Now the girl toppled over and she said, "Don't you ever mess with my friends again." So she's telling me this story and I'm shocked. My sweet little sister could never do such a thing, and here she is hitting the bully right in the face. So, Todd, if you ever find yourself riling old Ashley up, make sure you do it at a good distance. She's got a very good left hook. Let's see. Now, when I met Todd the first time, I was very impressed. If you know some of Ashley's old boyfriends, you would know that it wouldn't be very hard to impress us. But anything would have been an upgrade. But on a serious note, I was very impressed with Todd. Todd is genuinely a nice guy. He's an extremely hard worker, and he would literally give you the shirt off his back. Now that you guys are finally married, I have to say that I'm very relieved. There have been many nights of me praying, please don't let Todd go sow his wild oats, because as some of you know, Ashley is the elder in the relationship, so she had to wait just a little while. The moment I knew Todd was the one for Ashley was when she told me, maybe after about a year of being together, that Todd and the Gonzales family made her want to be better. And as a brother, that's all I could ever ask for. So thank you for that. So now that you're finally married, I keep thinking of the first time your children go to the doctor's office. Now, no pressure, but you know the time has come. You are probably going to start working on that tonight. I can imagine Ashley taking the kids to the doctor's office, and when they give you the paperwork to talk about your kids and your family history, and she gives the paperwork back to the nurse and she goes, "Ma'am, can you explain to me why you checked the box Caucasian when your last name is clearly Gonzales?" She says, "Absolutely. I had to pick Caucasian. You didn't give me the option to pick coon ass." So, now the last and final thing. A small piece of advice that was given to me by some friends about being married was, there's a few spiritual principles that everyone can agree on. Patience, tolerance, respect, and love. And many times it's easy to practice those principles out in the world with your friends or with your coworkers or even strangers that you meet, but it's a whole nother story to practice those principles in the home, behind closed doors, when nobody's looking.
Every day.
So, if you look at love as an action word, and instead of, or let's say, in addition to saying I love you regularly, to show each other that you love one another through service and gratitude, that you guys have a lot of happy years ahead of you. So congratulations, and thank everybody for coming, and I love you both.